All right, we're gonna speed run it this time. I didn't like that the last one of these that I did was 30 minutes long. So yeah, we're just gonna speed run this. First of all, uh, I'm not a femboy. I got stitches on my hands. This is a band-aid. All right. Okay. So S.h.monsterarts Evolved Godzilla. People are saying it's god awful. Is it? No. All right. That's the intro. That's the intro. Okay. When I said speed run, I meant it. That means no box. You don't get a box. Just look up the box. All right. That's all. Um. So first of all, I should pin my mic to my shirt because holding it is kind of painful. Um. First of all, we're just gonna go over what people are saying about it. Like, how many different ways people are saying that it's god awful. I actually really like this thing. All right, I don't usually like MonsterVerse figures or anything to do with the MonsterVerse, including movies, but I do like this figure. So here's what people are saying. People are saying the sculpt is not the way that it was in the promo pictures. The paint is lackluster, not great. Articulation is bad. Well, mostly. I'll get to that in a second, maybe. And yeah, something like that. If you're watching this, you probably know about what people are saying about it. All right, there. That's about it. Okay, we're gonna do articulation first this time. Articulation is not bad at all. There are certain things that are a little bit stiff. So, for example, okay. For example, the neck itself can only look about that high, which is because these neck things. But if you are to do this, which obviously you're not going to, but I'm just you can look up this way. It's because of the way that the sculpt is. That's about all there is to it. Okay, so neck articulation up isn't great, but downwards, including the head, in total, it can look about that far down. The way that the neck cuffs work are similar to the Haya figures. Ow! This figure is sharp. So combines everything, it can look down about that far. All right. So mouth movement also a little bit. That's about as far as it can open without pushing it. So that far. All right, not bad. I would have liked it to be open wider, but I don't have any issues with this. It looks good looking from the front. From the side, it looks all right. So this chest area, the way that they did this is interesting to me. So it's more of a chest crunch than an ab crunch here. But this is mostly how you would get him to look up, is with this. And it can twist side to side. I don't really want to push it. I'm not sure exactly how far side to side it can move, but it can. And then there is an actual ab crunch here or something. I'm not sure, because there's this segment for his chest, and then there's this segment here. I'm not sure what this does. I don't want to push it though. So arms, the way that these arms work, They don't move great, but they can move. So elbow or shoulder. I don't know what this part is, like this part here, but it can move. Elbow. I'm glad that these are soft because these are not. Normal hand movement. Forearm. So it doesn't feel like it's enough bend, I guess, or movement here, but there is definitely some. His legs. So his legs actually have really good articulation because they're how long they are and whatever. So at the base, it feels like it's kind of bumping into the inside of the tail joint here, but they can go about that far bend at the knee. It's a double joint, looks like. Okay, there we go. And you can get it to bend really well. And then feet. So, all right. Really nice spread. That's all right. Okay. For the tail articulation is probably one of the best in the lines for this guy. The best tail articulation at all, like in the entire line, is with the S.h.monsterarts Godzilla 2021. Those of you who own that figure will know why. It's super hard to explain. This guy is similar, but you don't get that gliding sense. You almost do, but it's definitely not the same. So, let's see. So many joints. All right. You can get this thing to do anything you need this figure to do. Anything that you want the tail to do, it can do. All right. There's a photo I saw where they made him do the sleeping pose with his tail curled under him, which I'm going to attempt to do, but not on camera. I will not be setting him down on the table because the pose won't look good then, but he can do it. He can do the pose. So yeah, really, really nice articulation. So for certain figures, you can just feel that they are good to use with stop motion. This guy feels like he is going to be really good for stop motion. It is not something that I can explain, but it's definitely the case with this guy. Okay. So, sculpt and details. All right. Anyone who tells you that this guy is not accurate or like the same sculpt as the one used in the promo pictures are incorrect. Hold up. Someone's going to tell me I'm wrong. Let me explain. I have to get the box. All right. Fine. I got the box. All right. So look at this. All of you have seen the promo pictures by now, right? I hope so. Oh, these look so different. They look so different. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. These are not the same figures. These are not the same figures. These are not the same figures. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, never mind. They might be the same figures. All right, dog. Listen. There is a such thing as paint application, right? So I think some of y'all just kind of forget paint application. This is the same sculpt. It is the same sculpt. I'm just straight up. It's the same sculpt. Okay? It is. It is. It's the same sculpt. It is not a different sculpt. It is the same one. All right, I'm tired of people saying that. All right. Here's the thing, though. Look at this. All right. Look at this. And then look at this. Notice something. You notice something there? That's because different lighting, first of all. Second of all, different paint applications. Notice how these all are painted. These all are not, which is an issue. All right. The promotional pictures are the same sculpt, but painted better. All right. It may have some issues with painting. This one, all right. Okay. It is the same sculpt, though. Do not say that is not the same sculpt, because it is the same sculpt. It is different paint, and that completely changes the figure, right? It's the same sculpt. Okay? Okay. Cool. So, sculpt-wise, this guy is really nice if you look at him from the right angle. It's just like the promotional pictures, because it's the same sculpt. It's the same sculpt. All right. So, from this angle, it's going to look a little wonky. It's not quite right, right? It's not. Oh, that's a little better. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, wow. It's not accurate, but wow, it looks better at least. No? Oh, it's not accurate? It's not accurate? All right. Look at him from the front. Oh? Oh? Okay. It depends on the angle that you look at him. Some angles he looks a little right? But then look. Oh yes. Oh no. All right. So I will say that it's not great that he only looks correct at certain angles, but it is something that is achievable. He's not going to look off every way that you pose him. In certain poses, he's going to look fantastic. In other poses, he is not. All right, it's not my fault. That is an issue with the figure. Okay, I'm not glazing that hard. Sorry. Oh my god, that was bad. I'm not glazing that hard. Okay, so there is an issue there. Overall, it seems iffy. The difference with the paint, like what's it called? So the differences between the figures in the paint are definitely different. For some, there's a lot more shading in areas than others. For some, there's a lot more pink. Like here, it's really hard to tell on camera. There is like a tiny bit of pink on this little area. It should be painted on all of these tiny little spikes here. It is not. Okay. There should be a lot more dry brushing. Anyways, there appears to be more dry brushing on some units than others, and in certain areas. So on mine, there's not a whole lot of dry brushing on the head. There, you can see it on the top of the head. They did some on the top of the head. There's supposed to be more on the bottom, like on the bottom jaw and on the neck. You can see it, but it's just not as heavy as I would like it to be. And that appears to be the most common issue with paint. All right. It's not awful, but it is inconsistent. Okay. So the tail on mine doesn't appear to have any dry brushing. I don't know if that's a constant thing, but I don't see it at all. This is just one color. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm not like mad or whatever. I don't care that much, but it's definitely something. Someone at some point had reported that these are not transparent. Every single one of these is transparent. Every single one. Okay. I mean that. From the tip of the head to these, all of them are transparent. It's done really nicely, and the spikes in general are a massive, massive focal point, and just they did it really well. I'm not sure the word. They did the spikes really, really well, which I'm glad. However, well, okay, look at this. So they made it so they're somewhat bendy, like not too much, right? Just a little bit. I would not recommend doing what I'm doing right now. But you see that? Yeah, it does not matter. This figure is so sharp. It hurts to hold at any angle, because any secure angle at least. You can hold it by the leg maybe. I wouldn't recommend holding it by the arm. Even you can't even really hold it by the head without it hurting, which I wouldn't recommend doing anyways. Even this one, which is definitely soft, it hurts. Okay, this figure hurts. It's like 2004 Gigan level. It is really sharp. I'm just gonna say it. Like, even the hands. I will not be going over accessories for this figure. It's just hands. Even these hands, like trying to put the other pair of hands on. These are the other pair of hands. Like, when I was trying to put these on, it was stabbing me in the hand. It hurts. Like, this figure hurts. In the mouth, I believe the tongue is supposed to move from the looks of it, but it is tiny. So considering the fact that how small it is and how you can't really open the mouth very wide, it is stupidly hard to try to get in there and move it. So I'm not sure if it can move or not. I run the risk of breaking it, like the jaw, from doing this. But I'm not sure. The inside of the mouth does look well done. I really like the inside of the mouth. So on Haya, they always sculpt that little thing at the top of his mouth. It looks like a woman, right? That little pink flesh circle. Yeah. they did it with this guy, and it looks really nice. I was surprised to see it. I don't know exactly how else to explain it, but the way that they did it is really nice. It looks good. Like, I'm not sure how else to sugarcoat it there. I believe that is about it for this guy. It is not okay. Is it worth 140 US dollars? That depends on you. For me, I don't really mind the price point. It's not great. It could have been like $80. People would have still complained that it's not $50 because High Toys is a thing now. I don't really mind. $80, it would have been nice. $140, no accessories. There is a reason for that, though. If you've watched the Steven's Toy reviews of the Atomic Breath version -1, I think that's the video. I'm not going to explain the entire thing, but basically Toho is being weird about the license. For this guy, legally, if S.h.monsterarts wanted to include a beam, but they painted it like this with the dorsal spines not lit up, none of the extra pink strand thingies coming down here, they legally could not include a beam with this guy. So it is not S.h.monsterarts' fault with that. Did they still need to make it $150? No. But it's not exactly to take away from the figure. Like, if you think you will enjoy this figure and you don't mind the price, then get it. Like, it is a good figure. There's nothing objectively, like, really bad about it. It is a good figure. All right. The articulation's fantastic. It will look great on your shelf if you pose it in the right way. And in general, there are definitely issues with it. It's not perfect, but it is a good figure. Don't let anything you hear be taken away from this. I'm always going to try to end these reviews on a positive note unless I really hate the figure, which is probably never going to happen. I'm going to glaze this hard with every figure. So it's not just S.h.monsterarts, but it's mostly S.h.monsterarts. I'm not going to lie. All right. I will see if I still have the motivation to do the other ones that I was going to do today, but I had planned to do a few other reviews today as well. So we'll see. I don't think I'm going to release them all today. I'm probably going to schedule upload them. That will be the Revoltech Mother Legion, High Toys Muto, the S.h.monsterarts Special Color version Mothra. That's it, I think. All right.